everyone. Welcome to another episode of Motivating Me by my humble self, Lady Anita. On this episode, we are going to be listening to a wonderful lady who will be telling us her success story on her health journey.
Hello Anita, hello everyone. I am Larissa Livella, a wife, a stay-home mom, and the founder of Inyango. Thank you so much for having me on Motivating Me. It's a rare privilege, I must say. Wow, we thank God for His protection and everything. My twins are doing perfectly well. They are growing so fast, and watching them grow is so amazing. Well, after birth was beautiful, I felt really special being a mom and not just being a mom of one child. God blessed me with two, and I felt so special indeed. But as time went on, things got a little bit rough. Let me use that word, please. Um, I realized I started getting so sad. It was like my life was in a pause, and every other person was going ahead while I was kept in one place because I had to take care of my babies. And giving birth to a child, you could maybe carry the child to maybe the supermarket, to the grocery shop, or whatever. But with twins, there is no way you're carrying two babies out. If you have to go to the clinic or you have to go anywhere, you have to need someone's help. And if you are not fortunate enough to get to have that help, it will be so difficult. Your life will change so drastically. When you become a mother, a lot of things change. When you're just you, things are pretty normal, but motherhood came with a lot of changes for me that really worked on my mind and led me to postpartum depression. It wasn't an easy phase of my life, but I thank God that I went through it and I came out stronger. Well, at the point where I was with postpartum depression, I really didn't know anything about it. Um, the point is, I am still a mother who reads a lot. My partner has made me to be a staunch reader. So he is the one who first of all discovered all the symptoms and everything that I could be going through postpartum depression. And when he talked about it, though I refused, like I normally do, I went on to read about it, and from the symptoms I noticed, yeah, I could be suffering from postpartum depression. So what I knew about postpartum depression was what I read about. No one ever told me about something like that or whatever. So I didn't have any prior knowledge of postpartum depression. Is when I started going through it that I had to do some research and try to read about it. Well, apart from worrying about the babies, a lot of things changed. My family was pretty healthy, everything was going well. I did all my chores, did everything which I was supposed to do as a mother. But postpartum depression made me to realize that a mother needs to be healthy. If you are not healthy, no matter how every other person, no matter how you're making every other person in the house to be healthy, your house will have this negative energy around. I usually worried about the baby so much because with all the negative thoughts and feeling like my life is in one position, I felt like maybe if something actually happens to the babies, it will kind of be my fault because I'm feeling so bad about the fact that they are around, or I'm just seeing everything around as something negative. So I was so worried, thinking that if something actually happens to them, then it's going to be my fault. At a certain point, I used to ask myself that, you're so worried about your life changing because the babies have come into your life. If these babies have to go away or somebody has to take them away from you, will you finally be happy? I usually used to ask myself those kind of questions, and it made me feel more guilty and more sad. So that's just how it was. That's just a tip of how it was. For support, I got support mostly from my partner. He was the one who mostly talked to me. Though when he just started talking, it was like he was throwing water on the Derek's back. But with time, I realized almost all the things he said really made sense, and they helped me a lot. He kept on reassuring me and telling me that things are going to be okay. There will be a time where I'll have so much time for myself and I'll be able to do all the things which I want to do. And he kept on telling me I'm a wonderful mom from everything I'm doing. I'm trying so much with the babies and all that. So that was the main support I got, because I'm normally not the very open person. So I usually really open up just to my partner because he's my best friend too. So it's pretty easy. It was pretty easy, though challenging, dealing with it with him by my side. So that's actually the support I got, and I thank God because it was support enough, because he helped me get out of it and had a really positive outcome. Because everything I'm doing today, my organization or my business in Yango, is all about the stress and the struggles I went through. All of it came out from the struggles I went through. So that's just it. For community healthcare givers, um, I didn't talk to my healthcare givers because normally the hospital the hospital staff are usually not that friendly, and for somebody like me, I don't really think I would have felt comfortable talking to them, because you know how our African society is. They believe that if you give birth, it's just something normal, you should deal with it, and you shouldn't feel like you're stressed and all that. So at certain point, I was even ashamed of what I was feeling and felt it wasn't normal. So the community health care didn't really help me so much. Maybe that was because I didn't open up to them. I wouldn't know. If I opened up to them, then I would know if they would have been able to help. Well, apart from the normal changes which come to life from you giving birth, the fact that you really don't own your life after you give birth, a mother will understand. I believe some other challenges in my life before marriage or before pregnancy contributed a lot to me suffering from postpartum depression. Like I said on my talk on postpartum depression, if you've had previous traumas in your life, or you've had a family member who suffered from trauma, it can trigger postpartum depression. And in my case, my life before pregnancy, yeah, was pretty challenging. Though everybody's life is challenging, but I have had a pretty challenging life, which I feel contributed a little bit more to me suffering from postpartum depression. Okay, thank you for this particular question and for all your other questions. Um, to talk of Inyango, first, the name Inyango might raise some eyebrows, but Inyango actually means mothers in my dialect. I am from the southwest region of Cameroon, particularly Bakurian, so Inyango means mothers. Inyango actually came from my struggles as a mother, and while or after giving birth, I realized a lot of us young ladies or women in general go into pregnancy and motherhood without knowing anything, or with just the little information we got from our parents or our mothers, who gave birth to us like 15 or 20 years, or at least if we have younger siblings, 10 years backward. So while I was going through my stress after giving birth, there was one thought which always came to my mind, that maybe God let me stay at home for this particular amount of time, because I'd almost been up to 2 years at home without working. And I always told myself that maybe God let me go through this period because He's trying to teach me something which I'm going to use to help other people. Because in life, I've always wanted to inspire people, and I believe that what gives me utmost joy is when I do things that change people's lives and make them a better version of themselves. Because I believe the best that you can be is actually inside of you. You just have to bring it out. Like my partner will always say, the only thing stopping you is your mind. He told me that like 1,000 times when I was suffering from postpartum depression. He told me you can achieve anything. If you don't like your body, you can work out, you can do things to change your body. The only thing stopping you is your mind. So I created Inyango actually to give women that opportunity, to give them the knowledge, so they go into motherhood with more knowledge about it, like helping them to build healthy versions of themselves. Because the duty of a mother at home is really, really tedious and critical. So we as mothers have to stay in top health. Though we worry about every other person's health, but we find it so difficult to take care of ourselves while worrying about our health. So Inyango is a place where mothers will have the opportunity to learn simple ways, because we don't have so much time actually. We'll learn simple ways to take care of ourselves and get healthy while raising healthy children, having healthy partners, and thus building healthy homes. So that is just what Inyango is all about. And I believe with time I'm going to inspire as many women as possible. My vision for Inyango is to see mothers who are more informed, mothers who go into motherhood well equipped and ready, armed for what motherhood is. Because motherhood is war. It's not easy at all. I'm not here to scare you, but if you're going into motherhood or you're already a mother and you have struggles, try to join Inyango, and I bet you're going to learn some things which are really, really going to help you as you move on with your journey of motherhood. Well, okay, thank you for this one as well. The advice I would like to give to women who are pregnant is, while you're pregnant, that 9 months is a lot of time. You could learn a lot of things. Try to create good habits which will help you when you give birth, which will help you in raising your child, which will help you as you go on with life, because life is going to have a lot of changes after you give birth, or even during your pregnancy. You are going to experience a lot of changes, and if you're not equipped for those changes, they might lead you to things which are not good. So try to equip yourself, get help, love yourself. Your tummy is going to get big, your body is going to get fat, but I advise you to love yourself. And for women who might be suffering from postpartum depression, what I want to tell you is that you are a great mom. Stop worrying about if you're doing the best you can do to be a good mom to your child. You are a great mom, and please, the only thing that is stopping you from achieving maybe that good body or being happy as a mother that you are is your mind. I'll tell you this again, it's just your mind. If you can change your mind, you can try to adapt to making your mind to be positive, try to control your mind, then everything is going to fall in place. It's just your mind playing with you. Because you can change your clothes, you can change your home, you can change your town, but if you haven't succeeded to change your mind, then you're going to stay in the same position in life and you're not going to be able to improve yourself. So try to improve your mind. And if you're still having issues doing that, you can obviously join us at Inyango. With my experience and all the reading I do, I'm here to help you. If you don't have time to read, let me be the brain and let me help you get out of postpartum depression, and let me help you enjoy pregnancy and enjoy raising your child, because it's a moment which wouldn't come so many times. every child comes different, and the way you raise every particular child is different. You might have certain rules and principles, but that particular child which you had, you won't have that child again. So let me help you enjoy motherhood from my own experiences and give you simple tips and tricks that you're going to use to enjoy motherhood. Thank you again so much for having me on Motivating Me. I hope I could motivate you as a mom that you are, or as a person that you are. If I could go through postpartum depression and come out as strong as I am today, and I am getting stronger with time, all thanks to God, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. The only thing in your way is you. All you have to do is change your mind, change the way you think more positively, believe in yourself more, and you're going to be able to achieve marvelous things. Thank you so much, Anita, for having me and motivating me. I can't appreciate enough. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to motivate other people out there. I love your show, and I'm one person that will always support it. Thank you so much, and I'm ready to be here anytime if you have any other questions. Thank you again for having me, and do have a blessed day, everyone. That's me, that's Larissa Livella. Goodbye.